And let me ask you this: what advice would you have for people that are maybe at the beginning level of being an actor or even a filmmaker itself? What advice would you give them?
Well, acting is first and foremost word comes to mind is discipline. It's discipline. It's not understanding that there's an A and then there's a Z. There's like you got to go down and you can't just go from A to Z. So training is the first thing any actor needs to do. Is you need to know what you're doing. You need to not read words off a page and act like you're acting because it's just never going to get you anywhere. So you need to understand that there's a bigger depth of feeling. And most actors and general public, period, general humans, we operate in a way that we're very guarded. We don't open our hearts. We don't um, allow our vulnerability to take over. And especially when we walk around in society. So as actors, we have to do this training that is completely separate from our human living. And it's understanding, because a lot of actors, they ask that question, how do you get so emotional? Well, you just do because you're cracked open and things make you feel. So take a class, but a good class. Look for recommendations. Look for an actual training program, because some classes I was mortified in a class that I took once. Everyone was talking. People were throwing stuff on the floor, going in and out of the room while people were working on stage, and it's just disrespectful. And who learns from that? And then there's the classes that I take, which are like everyone's like you can hear a pin drop. Like it's just the tension. No one's on their phones, and everyone's just really in it. And then from there, you just grow. You get headshots, and you get a reel, and then you get an agent or manager, and then you get submitted. You look for different films to work on, student films, small independent films, low budget films, and it's a process. But it's taken me many many years, but I don't stop because it's a true passion. If you have started it and let it go within 5 years, then it was never a real passion. It just, most actors that have it as a real passion, because the truth is acting does not pay the bills. It does not ever, even for celebrities, it doesn't pay your bills. They don't know when their next work is going to come up. So we have to do other things. So that's why, I think it's really important that we understand what else do we like to do as actors. Is like, is there other things we need to do? Because we don't always want to work our survival job that pays our bills. Like we want to stay in the business somehow. So, yeah.
That's great advice. And yeah, I do remember someone actually referring me to Espero years ago. Yeah, that's a very popular and serious place. So
Matthew Corzine Studios is where I'm at now, and they're just as. I mean, William Esper Studios does a structured type training where they do it differently. So the first year is one thing, and then the second year, and you have to commit to both years. Usually, I think most of you have to commit to both years. Matthew Corzine Studios does it differently. So anyone that's like a really new to acting, he'll break them in with the other experienced actors. So it's a mixture of everything, which is nice because it's not a 2-year program, but he does want you to commit at least. And he's got really great teachers there. I've been studying with Matthew for years. I studied with Isaac as well. And those two coaches are just extraordinary. They're just, you asked something about my mentors. Well, they're my mentors. Suzanne Esper is another mentor, but it's because they believe in you and they want you to grow as an artist. And so they see your weaknesses and they tackle everything to help you grow.
and you just said it right there too. That's probably another bit of advice that you just offered right there is try to find a good mentor.
Yeah, try to find somebody who, a coach who's going to really involve themselves in your, because as actors, we're at all levels. We start off somewhere, and then, to be honest with you, and I love honesty because I'm such an honest person, but I was an okay actor for years. I never really understood why I wasn't really booking anything. And like, And I wasn't bad, but I wasn't great. And I was trying to find a way that I could be great. And that's why I suggested doing the work with yourself, because ever since I started doing that, it's just helped me be more real and authentic in my work. Because if you're real and authentic in your life, you can't possibly be real and authentic in your work. It doesn't feel right. So every time I feel like I'm about to say something that's like not authentic, I pull back and then it just comes out very naturally and authentic. So, it's extremely important to do our mental work, to stay in shape. That's another thing too, to look the part. I mean, I don't suggest, Botox and like doing all that for your face, but I do suggest health training and staying healthy and teeth whitening and, getting facials and just being, even if you're a certain type of character, you still have to look presentable. You want to look like you care. I mean, that's really what I would suggest to most actors, is to just look like you care. Like, don't go, a lot of people have said headshots like, oh, I could just have my friend take it with my iPhone. Okay, yeah, they could. But what does that say about you, about as an actor? And how far are you really going to get with that? So that's just my thought, is that, all the agents I've ever worked with were always said, film and television ready, like always look the part, look presentable, look professional, take it seriously, because it's a representation of everybody around you, not only the television project that you're working on or film that you're working on, but the agents that are submitting you. So
Yeah, it's important to have some self-respect. Don't be a
why
snob.
would we not want to look our best? I mean, hello,
Don't let,
it's
don't let yourself go. All right, take care of yourself. Um, all right. Well, listen, I have to say that I think when you first mentioned about the Meisner card popping up, I think that was, again, maybe it's our Italian background, but that's, someone from beyond that's trying to, give you a hint. So from that point on, it sounds like you've had a very amazing path, and I think that you still have a lot more road to cover, and I can't wait to see more of your successes. And we'll make sure in the description box that we'll put all your links that you'll provide us with. And anything else you'd like to mention, please tell everybody where they can find you, most of all.
yeah, and just one last thing about typecasting is, we are what we show. That's how I would say that. If they see you as a certain way, it's because that's really what you're showing. So if you want to paint a picture for them, versatility. If you want to have versatility, show them versatility. Show them what you know that you can do, because they only have one vision of what they see. So what you show them is what they're going to see. So build that versatility. And you can find me at, well, I have a lot of Instagrams, but Toni Vitale Official is my acting Instagram. Toni Vitale Productions is my business Instagram. And then, of course, Roosevelt Island Film Festival is the festival Instagram.
Great. And again, we'll have those in the description box. And as far as typecasting goes, like I tell all my fellow Italians, stop trying to act like mob characters and learn
Right.
how to act so you can get better roles.
Right. It's very true though, because well, that was what I was referring to with the typecasting, is
Yeah.
because when many years I was cast as the Italian, the angry Italian, the angry Italian. And I'm like, but why do they keep doing that? It's like, but then I discovered it's because you're giving them the angry Italian.
Yeah.
So what I did was, when I said I worked on myself, I softened myself up and I drew out this softer, vulnerable side of me that I will still get, Italian roles as always. But what else? Now I'm getting the doctor roles. I'm getting the nurse roles. I'm getting the principal and the motherly type roles, because I did the work to transform them and their minds of not thinking I'm that. And now I'm like never the angry Italian. Like I'm never that.
You can do it. You can do it too, folks. Just listen to Toni. Um, Toni, all kidding aside, it's been a pleasure. I mean, you're a wealth of information. This has been a great interview, and we'd love to have you again on, maybe around your next project, or when the film festival is approaching, or just anytime you want, really. But Toni, thanks again. Again,
Thank
folks,
you.
that you follow Toni, look at the description box right away. Click follow and support her in every single way possible. If you're a filmmaker, maybe you want to submit to her film festival. Any last words for the audience?
Yeah, just look out for the filmmaker panels and just all the events coming up in June for the film festival. And it's just a great way to network and meet other filmmakers. And who's casting, and just generally support the independent film world.
Amen. Again, folks, you've been watching Vinny Presents. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel again and make sure you're following Toni. Toni, have a great day. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
All right, so I'm going to cut it there anyway, but that's really cool. I didn't know you had all that going on. I'll be honest with you.
Oh.
That's really great, though.
I was what? Do I get a copy of this too? Is there a way to download it or?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll download it. I don't think I really need to edit it at all, to be honest with you, because I don't think we made any mistakes, unless there's something that you would rather not have in there. But
I don't usually. I try to not say bad things, or if I know that I did say something that someone might take the wrong way, I'll fix it. So
there
was something I said that about the general submissions, I guess, of like, but then I fixed it because, all filmmaking is a miracle. So,
well, what I'll do is I'll download it. I'll see if I can send you a link to view it.
Mm-hmm.
There's something there you don't like, let me know. I'll cut it out.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll post it. Give me like a week and a half.
Okay.
And then we'll get it out to the masses. And I usually put it on all the different platforms, like a promo for it. And actually, on a side note too, I partnered up with a friend of mine who's a local filmmaker. I like to write, so we
good.
send talk about mob comedy anyway. But we sent it out to LA, and hopefully they actually like it. A couple of people that we sent to, some directors out there, so we're just waiting to hear back. But it's like this hurry up and wait kind of thing. But it was supposed to be. I kind of regret it, but my partner didn't want to do a short. He wanted to go for the full feature. I'm still a newbie, so I'm like, I don't want to.
Well, how much are you? What is there money, like investment involved?
Well, we got a PPM, and we're gonna, we're looking to raise. It's going to be less than $1 million. Probably going to try to raise $875,000 for it.
Yeah, because honestly, shorts. There's no reason to put money into shorts, because what are you really doing with the short? You're either making it a feature or you're making it a television series. So, unless you're using it as like a sizzle or pilot or something to try to get more money. So if you have the money and you're getting the money, feature is probably the way to go anyway.
Yeah, we had raised $25,000, so
okay.
we had a decision to make: either make a short or use it as seed money towards the feature.
Right.
I guess we'll find out what was the good idea. Eventually, if it gets made into a feature, then it was a right move. If it doesn't, then
I wrote a pilot. Well, I didn't add that in there in the interview, but because it's kind of at a weird stage right now. So, but I wrote a pilot, and now I'm hiring a writer because I'm not a writer, and I want to tell someone who writes television and can help me build it better.
Nice.
So, but again, I have investors, and we have 40,000 for it. So, but that's different because that's actually a pilot looking to be into a series.
Right.
So, or I could do it and make it into a feature film if I wanted to, but.
That's good, though. At least you got something to work with. All right, Toni, I'll let you go. I know you're busy. Thank you. It was great. Yeah. All right, we'll connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.